Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Come on. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I'll be waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, extra time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Dolphins going up against the Raiders. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback, the former Missouri Tiger, Blaine Gabbert.
I remember scouting Blaine Gabbert in college, and watching him play, it reminded me of a great decathlete. That type of athletic ability with a really nice arm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Gabbert. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. On third down, Gabbert. He hits Randall, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
10 yards still left on second down. Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. An entire crew of Raiders, an entourage there to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Gabbert from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. A second down throw for Gabbard. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Gabbard. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now Travis Coons on for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. First carry for Derrick Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down, here's Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll look to throw here. Deep drop. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all. But you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
And tough starting field position here. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line.
There will always be a place for... methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Off the play fake, Gabbard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. First down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. We have played a quarter here in this AFC divisional playoff. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In the red zone this time. They come up in an offset eye. The pitch to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Eight yards to go here on second down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Direct snap. This is Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's the rookie Derrick Henry that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Gabbert now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking there for Reuben Randall. That'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Gabbert. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. Great play there. 81 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
And you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point try by Bailey. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw. And other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From the gun, Gabbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Second down, Gabbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Gabbert on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Tim Wright, his intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down following the incompletion. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
4 down, check, 4 down. All right, now, here we go. Here we go now.
Looking to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Shea McClellan in there to get him for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. A 2nd down throw for Gabbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st and 10, Gabbert. And this one is incomplete. Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. He's got time, and this is going to be incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. To the air again, Gabbard. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Andy Lee now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. Offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
10. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Brandon Cooks. As the first half is winding down, and the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Gabbard on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA halftime report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Raiders secondary has done a good job to slow down the passing game so far. The Dolphins had a lot of success throwing the football last week, but the same throwing lanes haven't been there. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Offense on the field now after the fumble. The catch is made after a quick pass. Raiders now later on the drive, and he'll end up picking up 23 yards on the play. Henry's got it on the run, and he'll go in for the score. They're now on top by 4. Lee's punting it away now, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Raiders push their lead to 11. Final seconds of the half. The quick pass, it's complete, and he'll go in for the touchdown. Raiders go up by 15. 1st and 10. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 8-yard line. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And some room to work. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Offense now making their way toward the huddle and coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
3rd down and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's complete to Flanner. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Derrick Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Henry takes a direct snap. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game, really at the point of attack. The offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Gabbert now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Gabbard. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding, offense. That penalty is declined.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't... This guys, he doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Wright's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Complete to right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hell! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Gabbert now from the 50. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
From the red zone now, Gabbert. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Second down, Gabbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Richmond!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things, because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the hands team for the Raiders Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. And they'll go on the ground. Stiff-armed him. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive line. To his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Play clock winding down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
Delay of game, offense.
Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down following the run.
Tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, green the line. Green the line.
Gabbert now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A second down throw for Gabbert. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Gabbert. He hits Randall, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Come back.
A 1st down throw for Gabbert. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
You got 4. Come back. Yo, let's go. Get up.
Gabbert now to throw on 1st down. And right with it here over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Fresh set of downs here.
Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Down. Move ready.
On 1st and 10, Gabbert. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Tight right, tight right. Hurry up, here we go. Go. Detroit, Detroit. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.